Jigsaw is a great learner-centered strategy, but it's one that takes a little bit of work and time to set up. The concept of Jigsaw is that you're going to break your class into groups, and each group is going to study a specific topic in depth, and they're going to focus on that, and they're going to become what we might say as experts in that topic. And then what's going to happen is the members of those groups are going to all split up into different groups, and they're going to bring their expertise about their topic back to the others within that group, so that they can then share each of their expert level knowledge in each component of a larger concept, and then each one within that group will either benefit or gain from their expert level. So how does this look in your classroom? Well, we can look at this a couple different ways. Within Blackboard, you have feedback groups, feedback and groups. And so you could set up groups where each group is going to be an expert about something. So for example, let's say that you are going to review you're going to set up a review session prior to students taking the baby bar. And my understanding is the baby bar goes over things like criminal law, contract law, and torts. Well, you could set up groups where each group will focus on either one of those three topics. And when you set up those groups, you can either do it as a single or a group setup. And you can identify manual enroll or self-enroll. Now, when you do this, you would want to do manual enroll because you would want to identify which students became experts in which thing. And so you'd go ahead and provide a group name, possibly a description, depending. You want to identify the tools that are available to them. And then you're going to go ahead, now I'm currently the only person in here, you're going to go ahead and assign them to their specific group. I already have my group set up, so I'm going to cancel that. And then so you would provide all of the information to that group, such as any reading, discussion board topics, presentations, web links, anything of that nature, or maybe it's just strictly discussion boards for that group to specialize in that topic. Then after a set amount of time that students have to converse, study, create, what have you, you're then going to have students assigned to a separate group in which they will all kind of disband from their expert groups and join their general groups. And then, for example, if you were doing this as a review session, they would then have assignments in which they needed to share their expert level of information on either criminal law, contract law, or torts. So that's how you could set it up within the feedback groups if you were going to do it asynchronously. However, you also have the option of doing it synchronously via your Adobe Connect Classroom. And you would do this by use of your breakout groups. So you have breakout room view, and you can have up to 5 breakout room sessions. And so again, if you went ahead and assigned students to breakout rooms, and each breakout room had a main topic that they were going over and discussing, and you could have group leaders if you wanted to make them presenters. You can provide them with topic-specific files, things of that nature. And then after they're done with that breakout session, pull them back to the main room and then split them up into second groups in which each member of that group came from a different expert level group. And then each person in the second group has an expert level of knowledge on topics from the first group. And then they have the opportunity to share their expertise with the others, and they can either work on a group project coming from the different angles of the breakout groups. They can teach each other the concepts from the first expert level groups. And there are other things that you could do with this. But remember that the idea is that students are trained and have the opportunity to become the teacher to some extent, and they begin to learn from each other, and they begin to learn in smaller groups, but they have close to the same expert level of knowledge as the teacher, for example. So that's how fishbowl could be used in your classroom.